In a quiet town where life moved at a gentle pace, a baby named Noah had just begun his journey. Soft sunlight filled his small, peaceful home as he slept in his crib, completely unaware that a silent guardian had already chosen him. Her name was Luna, a beautiful white and gray cat who watched over him with calm, glowing eyes, her presence a quiet promise of protection. One afternoon, Noah's mother placed him on a soft blanket in the middle of the living room. She watched nervously as Luna approached him, her steps careful and deliberate. No one knew how the cat would react to this tiny new human. Luna moved closer. Slow, gentle. Just then, baby Noah opened his bright eyes and lifted a tiny, curious hand. In that moment, Luna lowered her head, letting him touch her soft fur for the very first time. A small, happy giggle escaped from Noah. That single simple touch changed everything. It was the beginning of a friendship that was pure, profound, and utterly unforgettable. From that day forward, Luna was never just an ordinary cat. She became Noah's constant companion, a furry shadow that never left his side. Days were filled with silent displays of affection. When Noah napped on the floor, Luna would curl up right beside him, a warm, purring ball of comfort. When he was awake, she'd watch him with unwavering attention. Sometimes he'd gently grab her long tail, and instead of pulling away, she would simply let him, seemingly enjoying his clumsy attempts at play. She would even push his favorite toys closer with her paw when they rolled just out of his reach. Luna's devotion didn't go unnoticed. Neighbors would whisper amongst themselves, watching the two through the window. "She acts just like the baby's little nurse," one would say. Another would add, "It's incredible. She never leaves his side." Noah's mother would smile at their comments, her heart filled with warmth. But even she still wondered about the depth of this connection. Why this baby? Why so much unwavering love from a creature who asked for nothing in return? Luna protected him, comforted him, and loved him in her own quiet, mysterious way. Soon, Noah began to explore his world. He started crawling, and true to form, Luna was right there with him, following him everywhere. She was his slow and patient shadow, matching his pace as he moved across the floor. When he would lose his balance and fall, his little face would crumple as he started to cry. But before his mother could even reach him, Luna would be there, pressing her head gently against his cheek, her soft purr a soothing balm until his tears subsided. He laughed because of her. He calmed because of her. Noah's entire world was small and new, but Luna made it feel impossibly safe and warm. One afternoon, Noah's curiosity led him toward a potential danger. He started crawling determinedly toward the open kitchen stairs. Before his mother could even notice, Luna sprang into action. She darted in front of him, physically blocking his path. She let out a series of loud, insistent meows, a sound she rarely made. Her urgent cries finally caught the mother's attention, who rushed in to see Luna standing guard, refusing to let Noah get any closer to the edge. She protected him even before he could walk, even before he could speak a single word. Her instincts were his shield, but the true test of their bond was yet to come. It happened on a cold, dark night. Rain tapped against the window panes, a somber rhythm in the otherwise silent house. Noah was sleeping peacefully in his crib, and as always, Luna was on the floor right beside him. Suddenly, in the dead of night, Noah's breathing changed. It became shallow, ragged. He moved weakly for a moment, and then he stopped moving altogether. Instantly, Luna lifted her head. Her senses, far sharper than any human's, told her something was terribly wrong. She leaped onto the side of the crib, sniffing Noah frantically. The scent of distress filled the air. She began scratching at the nursery door, meowing loudly, desperately trying to wake the household. But no one stirred. Panic set in. Luna became a blur of frantic energy, running down the hall to the parents' bedroom. She clawed at their door, her cries growing louder, more piercing, filled with an undeniable urgency. She knew. Before anyone else in that house, she knew. Finally, the father woke up, groggy and confused by the commotion. He opened the door to see Luna, wide-eyed and agitated. He followed her as she led him back to the baby's room. The moment he looked into the crib, his blood ran cold. He saw Noah, pale and still, struggling for every single breath. The mother woke to the father's horrified gasp, and her own scream tore through the silence of the night. They grabbed their son and rushed to the hospital, their world shattering around them. Minutes. That's all that stood between life and an unimaginable loss. And Luna, their little cat, had given them those precious minutes. At the hospital, doctors worked quickly and managed to stabilize Noah. His parents collapsed in a wave of relief, their tears of terror turning into tears of gratitude. The next morning, Noah was back home, sleeping peacefully in his crib, safe and sound. Luna sat proudly on the floor next to him, her duty fulfilled. His parents knelt beside her, their eyes still wet with tears from the night before. "She saved him," the father whispered, stroking her fur. The mother nodded, her voice choked with emotion. "She really saved our baby," Luna simply blinked her calm, loyal eyes. She asked for nothing, no rewards, no special praise. For her, the love she felt was its own reward. Years passed. Noah grew from a baby into a little boy. He learned to walk, to talk, to laugh, and to fill the house with his joyful energy. And Luna? She was still there, his constant companion. You could find Noah curled up on the couch reading a book, with Luna purring contentedly on his lap. At night, when he slept, Luna would be curled at the foot of his bed, a silent guardian watching over his dreams. At sunset, he would wrap his arms around her, hugging her tightly, his best friend in the whole world. Some bonds, it seems, are written in the heart long before we can ever understand them. Noah and Luna shared a love that needed no words. It was a love that saved a life, a love that would be remembered forever. Because love doesn't always speak. Sometimes it purrs. Thanks for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe for more.